Okay, so we're going to go over some of the advanced setup here. So number one, our flight controller is powered by its own PMU, which we have connected to the 24 volts. And then we also know we have LEDs in the ESCs, so we took an additional BEC and powered the opposing side of the flight controller to assist in powering the LEDs on the ESCs, so it doesn't rob power from the flight controller and the GPS, which are critical components. So that is just a redundancy. Another redundancy we have is we have from the original clean power that came off the original power management board, we have going to our receiver. We're using the same RX705 receiver, and we are powering the receiver with our clean power port, or wire or cable, whatever you want to call it, and we have taped off the signal wire, you know, or shrink wrap that, and so we got this powering the receiver. We have only one wire going from the data bus to X2, which is our PPM wire for the receiver. So the power that powers the landing gear and the receiver is separate from the flight controller. So if there's any problems with the receiver or any weird things, anomalies that cause any power surges or anything that wipes out the receiver, it will just send the aircraft home instead of potentially wiping out the flight controller. It's just another redundancy, and also it makes the landing gear work very, very well because the receiver has its own proprietary power source. So anyway, that's what we got here. Everything else is exactly the same. Our receiver, nothing has changed there, except for we're powering it with the original power port, and also the camera and the gimbal and all that is exactly the same. So we'll go through what we need to program our radio to make this work. It's very simple. And anyway, we're going to wrap this thing up and take it for a test flight, and then I'll also have a video on setting up your radio, so you know how to do that. It's very simple. There's nothing to it. But anyway, this is the Naza V2. It's a less complicated upgrade than the Pixhawk, and of course I haven't flown it yet, but from what I understand, it should fly very great, have great stabilization, and going to make it a great and easy to fly camera drone, and be dependable.